Fabrizio Romano and Florian and Axel Hesse of the Bild newspaper have all reported that Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is a transfer agreed. So guys, if you are as excited as I am, or even more excited than I am about this transfer, just smash the like button. Let's get this video to 500 likes with your help. And Liverpool have verbally agreed a deal in principle with Bayer Leverkusen for a package reaching 150 million euros with add-ons included. I think the realistic transfer fee will be around 140 million euros, and the rest of the add-ons are like Florian Wirtz winning the Ballon d'Or, Liverpool winning the Premier League, the Champions League, and a lot of trophies in the next few years, which is possible, of course. So Florian Wirtz already agreed the personal terms 2 weeks ago, but now the move is imminent. Florian Wirtz is flying to Liverpool this week for his medical and sign his official 5-year contract at Liverpool. I'm so happy and I'm so excited. And many Liverpool fans, of course, me included, were impatient, but this wasn't a really long transfer saga. 3-week saga is not really that long when you consider that this is a club record and a Premier League record and a Bundesliga record transfer. And we will look at all the latest details and reports. The English journalists are lagging behind a little bit on this, so we will talk about that as well. In this video we will talk about the Liverpool fan reactions to this news, and as well how Liverpool could get this deal done financially and what we can expect from Liverpool's transfer window. So this is an absolutely packed video, so sit back, enjoy. And guys, if you appreciate me working hard every day to bring you guys the latest transfer news updates, you can support me on Patreon. Link is in the video's description. For as little as $3 a month, you support this channel and you support my work, and we can keep it going throughout the whole summer. Thank you very much. Axel Hesse, who is a Bild journalist, a German journalist with very close ties to German football, he said that it is expected that Liverpool will offer around 140 million euros in a package consisting of a fixed transfer fee and realistic add-ons, with the possibility of further bonus payments that are very difficult to achieve. So that's why the final figure is 150 million euros. But the last 10 million is like probably Florian Wirtz winning the Ballon d'Or, or Liverpool maybe winning both the Premier League and the Champions League multiple times. So this was, this Axel Hesse article in the Bild newspaper was actually published before Fabrizio Romano posted the Here We Go. And it gives us extra context into how the exact price structure is being paid. So let's dive into this, because I really love this side of the transfers. It's very interesting. At Liverpool and at Leverkusen, they both must have breathed a sigh of relief around 5 p.m. on Sunday, because Florian Wirtz came through his last international match without an injury, and Florian Wirtz's Liverpool adventure is about to begin. As Bild reported, Bayer Leverkusen is now waiting for the final written offer from Liverpool, but they agreed to transfer verbally already, and Bayer Leverkusen recently insisted on its 150 million euro demand. So Liverpool have come to much closer to an agreement on the transfer fee in recent days, because this is how Liverpool actually did it, that Liverpool will offer around 140 million euros in a package consisting of realistic add-ons plus a fixed transfer fee, and the last 10 million is bonus payments that are very difficult to achieve. So after signing his contract until 2030 and after passing his medical, Wirtz will go on holiday, and his start program already has been decided at Liverpool. The first training session for Florian Wirtz will take place on July the 7th. So that gives Florian Wirtz almost a month off, which is really good. And the first preseason friendly against Preston will take place on July the 13th. So 1 week after the training starts, and Wirtz will make his debut, and Liverpool will then fly to Asia for a tour. We play against AC Milan and also against Yokohama Marinos, and the Liverpool countdown for Florian Wirtz begun. So Axel Hesse is reporting this 140 million euro fixed transfer fee and another 10 million with very difficult add-ons. And Florian Wirtz's 150 million euro transfer is the most expensive sale in Bundesliga history, the most expensive signing in Liverpool history and in Premier League history, and that is the third most expensive transfer of all time, which is absolutely blows my mind. Liverpool completing the third most expensive transfer in football history. It's absolutely crazy, and I'm so happy that FSG have finally opened the purse strings. John Henry finally found his wallet behind the sofa and he finally opened it. Absolutely brilliant. So Plettenberg is reporting that Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is considered to be a done deal. He's also a German journalist working for, German Sky Sports. And the new talks were in progress yesterday, and today a full agreement in principle has now been reached with Bayer Leverkusen. So the transfer fee will go up to 150 million euros if all the add-ons and bonuses are triggered. So the medical is still pending, but the fact that the total amount is spread over several years is more of an advantage for Leverkusen than a disadvantage. If the entire sum were to be paid as a one-off payment, then they would have to invest all of the money this year or pay tax on the surplus at the end of the year and then transfer it to Bayer AG in the form of a profit transfer. So because sales totaling around 250 million euros are pending this summer, the income will be spread over several years through installment payments and additional payments. This was already the case with the sale of Kai Havertz 5 years ago. I think it was first to Chelsea and then he went to Arsenal, of course. So now let's talk about what Fabrizio Romano said on his podcast, where he talked about the Florian Wirtz transfer being agreed. He said that this is a special episode, a special day, because finally it's a here we go for Florian Wirtz, and this was translated by AI or transcribed by AI, so it's not like very accurate, but still you get the whole picture. So we have to start with that. It's a record deal for Liverpool, historic deal. They sign a top talent, and it's not just about the money, but sometimes we should focus also on the player. And tonight Liverpool have reached an agreement in principle with Bayer Leverkusen for Florian. So it's here, the goal deal is in place for the German and the super player to become a Liverpool player. Now we have to wait for all the whole formal steps, of course. So tonight, from what I understand, there was an email to confirm to Liverpool from Leverkusen that their intention is to accept the final terms proposed. So now we wait for the formal steps. Liverpool are preparing the formal offer. They are preparing all the documents. They will exchange all the documents. They will approve them, sign them, and then have the player with the medical test and all the former steps on a player side. And then it will be official that Florian Wirtz will join Liverpool. So let's wait for these steps. But meanwhile, tonight the big news is that Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen and have agreed on terms with Florian Wirtz for the transfer of Florian Wirtz. So let's go into the details of the story, and that's where this gets juicy. So the transfer fee, what will be the final fee for the deal, and all the details, get ready in the next few days. Many different stories. Fabrizio Romano's information is 140 million euros, but with the difficult add-ons included, it's 150 million euros. So this is the value of the deal. Liverpool directly from Liverpool, it's different numbers coming in, a bit less. But again, always including add-ons, and that's always been a crucial part of the negotiation. So we will see on the official exact amount of the transfer fee. It always happens that Leverkusen have, of course, a different valuation than Liverpool for the final transfer fee, because Leverkusen want to inflate that and Liverpool want to play it down or push it down. And for sure, this is going to be a club record transfer deal in Liverpool history. And there are difficult and easy add-ons. Some are activated with winning 2 trophies, and some are not so easy, like winning the Ballon d'Or. People mentioned that as well. But the total package is worth close to 150 million euros, which ultimately Leverkusen wanted. But apart from that, the deal is agreed between the clubs. So Liverpool will sign Florian Wirtz. So what's next? The signing of the contract, the medical test, when we can expect this kind of process to take place. So yes, the international break was the priority for Florian Wirtz, and out of the respect for the German national team, Liverpool didn't want to put the player into a position where he has to complete a transfer in the middle of the international break. So Liverpool were the absolute priority for Florian, and there was never any danger in this deal. Despite this deal taking 2 or 3 weeks to get done, Liverpool got the green light. They always made it clear they didn't want a long saga, so Liverpool were never going to do this deal in July or August. Fabrizio was right. He said that this deal will be relatively quick, and now we are not even in the middle of June and this deal is getting completed. So Liverpool now have a major signing, a historical signing, quite early in the transfer window. Then obviously it takes some time to fix all the details of the deal. It has been a big part of this conversation. The next step is signing all the contracts, the medicals, check documents. There were other big clubs in the race. That's why this feels so massive and so significant, because Man City, Bayern Munich, and all the other big clubs like Real Madrid, they also wanted Florian Wirtz. Everybody wants Florian Wirtz. He's one of the best attacking midfielders in the world. But this is a big excitement for Liverpool, because it's about the management and the coaching staff. Because, after Liverpool won the Premier League title and we went to the League Cup final, Liverpool had an amazing season. So imagine adding a player like Florian Wirtz. The Liverpool fan base is so excited for next season, and Liverpool believe they won a crazy race for Florian Wirtz, because yes, many clubs will deny they were interested in Wirtz because they missed out on him, but the reality is, according to Romano, as there were many clubs in the race, and so the excitement to bring in a player of this caliber after winning the Premier League title and also looking forward to advance deep into the Champions League next season, Liverpool feel this is an important moment for their project. How important was Arne Slot in the deal and in the process of getting Florian Wirtz? Arne Slot was absolutely crucial. He was very involved in the discussions, of course not in the club-to-club discussions, but when Florian Wirtz had to make his decision in May where he goes, at that point he always wanted to talk to managers to understand the plans they had in mind before committing his future and also his family. The family of Florian Wirtz has been really present in these conversations. Arne Slot made the difference with his approach. Now with Liverpool, they know quite well, but always they are very calm, very convinced, very clear on every single point. Having the chance to speak to some of the players at Liverpool, all of them love Arne Slot and his approach. So imagine when it's about presenting a project, presenting a vision, the tactical point of view, the technical point of view, what they want to do in the future with this Liverpool project, the ambition to win more titles, and already you could have the presentation with the Premier League trophy in the first season with the new coach after legend Jurgen Klopp. So it's really convincing what Arne Slot is doing. Also presenting the project when it's about meeting players. This is why Florian Wirtz said yes to the Liverpool project. So the coach, Arne Slot, was a big part of this and the process. And the Florian Wirtz deal, I think it's something that we were expecting for years now. Because I remember it's a lot of time we spoke about Florian Wirtz and Bayern Munich. We were always considered as one of the favorites, one of the front runners. So to sign him ahead of Bayern, ahead of Man City, that's absolutely massive for Liverpool. And of course, Bayer Leverkusen tried to find different solutions. They didn't want to sell their best player of all time probably to their direct rival Bayern Munich. So of course it was up to Florian Wirtz what he decided, and he decided to go to Liverpool after Arne Slot presented him with all the options. And Florian Wirtz wanted to go to Bayern originally. Bayern Munich were never... Bayer Leverkusen, never were committed to only one buyer. This is why Liverpool were able to enter the conversation and make this deal happen with some patience, some silence at that point, but also a smart strategy to make it happen. So Liverpool are already making a lot of signings. David Ornstein, maybe getting jealous of Fabrizio breaking this story, he said that the negotiations between Liverpool and Leverkusen are in the final stages. An official agreement hasn't been agreed yet. A medical has also yet to be arranged. So first part of the summer transfer window has closed, but it opens on Monday again, so it doesn't really matter. David Lynch also reported that the Florian Wirtz deal is not quite there yet, but it's very close. But I think this is just Liverpool. They don't want to leak the story ahead of an official agreement and an official announcement. But the Germany side of Bayer Leverkusen. They already feel that the agreement is done. Ian Doyle said that this has been dismissed as premature by both clubs, but I think this deal is pretty much done, and Liverpool are just, waiting for the official agreement to be signed, because a verbal agreement is as good as an official agreement. And also, I wanted to comment on rival fans commenting like Liverpool spending big, buying the title next season. Liverpool haven't spent any money almost in the last 1.5 seasons. In the last January transfer window, in last summer transfer window, and this January transfer window, Liverpool spent only like 10 million. And Liverpool finally shops in the same aisle as the big clubs, and there is a huge meltdown. Imagine being rattled by the most successful club in English football history, spending big money and finally acting like the biggest club. We play your game and we just do it better. That's what one Liverpool fan said. So 190 million euros is spent in 2 seasons, and it's a big issue. Man City spent more than that in just the January transfer window, yet the Man City fans are some of the rowdiest regarding how Liverpool spend. And I love this, that 2 years ago, Mo Chatra is a financial expert when it comes to football. He said that all the major clubs turn up with heavy artillery and Liverpool turn up with water pistols, which was a great analogy back then. But this time, Liverpool's transfer window looks like this. Schwarzenegger with a bazooka or something. Absolutely brilliant. I love this. And also look at Florian Wirtz's statistics. Almost 200 games for Leverkusen. 57 goals and 65 assists, which is absolutely crazy. That's more than 120 goal contributions in 197 games. He also won 3 trophies. He won the Bundesliga Invincible for the first time in German football history. And he arrived for 200,000 euros, and he is leaving for 150 million euros. The best player in the best season in the club history, by a Leverkusen legend. That's what a Leverkusen fan page posted. And also, I would love it if Liverpool announced the Florian Wirtz agreement tomorrow, the day when Trent Alexander-Arnold gets unveiled in Madrid. So that's on Thursday. Liverpool would have done it with Trent. The day that Trent went, it was announced that he's leaving. Liverpool announced Jeremy Frimpong, which was absolutely brilliant move, I think. So yes, the big journalists like Paul Joyce, Louis Steele and James Pearce, Liverpool connected journalists, haven't spoken about this transfer yet. It maybe tells us that Ornstein is a little bit bitter, that Romano has got the scoop before he did, and he ran on to Sky Sports to get his news out there that the transfer is not quite done yet. And a lot of rival fans are dissing Florian Wirtz and dissing Liverpool. They are coping like this, but fair play to this Arsenal fan said, talking about Wirtz's price tag and value for money is pure jealousy. We know the market is inflated, so who gives a damn? They got one of the best players in Europe, he's still only 22 years old, that's the bottom line, and he makes Liverpool much, much better. And yeah, if nobody wants to be objective anymore on X, on Twitter, then, why? People don't get bored of tribalism these days. And also, Mo Chatra brilliantly said that the Frimpong, Kerkez and Wirtz deals, they are not dependent on player sales. Liverpool have the money to spend on these transfers without actually selling anyone. There is plenty of headroom. Coming off a season where Liverpool generated £700 million of income and heading into the 25-26 financial year, that should generate in the region of £750 million to finance these moves. But further sales will enable more business. So Liverpool could sell Darwin Núñez for £60 million. And maybe even Luis Diaz, even though I don't really want Liverpool to sell Luis Diaz. If there is a huge transfer fee to be made from his sale and we can sign a younger, better alternative, then that's a good idea as well. David Ornstein also reported that Al Hilal has inquired about Darwin Núñez, and Atletico Madrid are also among those considering a move for the forward. And yeah, it's a good point that not a lot of people are buying the UK journalists or is playing the agreement off. They are just reacting to the fact that it has been leaked before the Liverpool-based journalists actually got the information. And in this deal, everyone is a winner. Here are the Liverpool fan reactions. Leverkusen get a big bag of cash and Liverpool get a generational talent. It's 140 million euros including add-ons and another 10 million with add-ons maybe for winning the Champions League or the Ballon d'Or. And if you win the Champions League, you can take some small percentage of that money and send it to Germany with love. And the Wirtz Frimpong combination will be wild. So because that is going to be an epic combination. So yeah, let me know what you think about this transfer deal in the comments below. I'm so excited, and I was so happy this morning when I researched this video. I had a lot of fun making it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.